Hey guys, thank you all for joining in once again. Another interesting day with another important topic. In today's session, let's speak about the master keyword research process, right? Now, when it comes to selling on Amazon, it is not about your PPC, right? Firstly, you need to have a good product. Once you have a good product, you need to have a very good listing, right? If you have a beautiful and good listing, Amazon will be able to relate your product for various keywords and rank them organically, right? The beauty of getting ranked organically is you will get cost free sales, right? No cost sales. Not only that, when you run your PPC campaigns, your cost per click or your advertisement cost will be largely reduced. So, while I before starting this master keyword research process, I will tell you where you should be starting your keyword research, right? Now, in order to start this process, the best thing to do is always get to your best sellers. Let's say in today's session, I want to pick this product, which is a vegetable and fruits chopper, right? Now let's look into this listing. The goal in this session is to do a master keyword research for this specific product. How are we going to do that, right? It's very simple, guys. So firstly, let's assume you want to find keywords for this specific product, right? The first place to start or the first thing to do is you come to your bestsellers. Okay, how to go to your bestsellers? Now when you get to your product detail page, right, you have something called as home and kitchen. This is your department, and you also have a rank for a specific category within home and kitchen. Now you need to click this subcategory here. When you do that, you will get to your bestsellers. Now for example, if you look at this page, now you see there are several listings which are similar. This is a vegetable and fruit chopper. This is also a 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 chopper. In this manner, so here right on page 1, we already identified 5 competitors, right? Now when I say 5 competitors, of course these two or these 3 listings belongs to the same brand, right? So we will have to consider that as only one, right? Now when you're doing your master keyword research, you need to find your 10 competitors from your bestsellers, right? You also have other competitors here, right? Now sometimes what happens is you may not find all 10 competitors in your bestsellers, right? In such cases, what you need to do is you need to pick your bestseller. In this example, this guy is your bestseller. You need to pick his ASIN, you need to put it on Cerebro, and then you need to run a reverse ASIN search. When you do that, you will get to view various keywords, and then you need to sort those keywords from the largest to the lowest, right? And then pick the keyword with the highest search volume and search that keyword on Amazon, right? When you search for that specific keyword on Amazon, you will also get to view the other competitors right away, right? So that's the quick hack. So now let's proceed forward, right? So here in this example, I've already selected 6 asins, right? So we will be evaluating these 6 asins today. Now while I demonstrate only for 6 asins, when you're doing your keyword research or your strategy for your products, you need to pick at least 10 asins. Now why I say 10 asins is because generally you have an option in Helium 10 to search for 10 asins together, right? When you have an option for 10 asins, it's better to use, leverage it and make the best use of it, right? Now guys, so let's move on. So I told you that I've already selected my top 6 asins in this example, but you guys should be looking for 10 asins, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick those 6 asins. I'm going to get to my Cerebro, right? I'll plug in those 6 asins here, and then I'll do a reverse asin search. For this example today, I've already done my reverse asin search, right? When you do your reverse asin search, this is exactly what you will get to see, right? Now while there are various columns here, While it is not important for you to have everything for your working, but it is very important for you to understand certain sections here. The first one is search volume. Search volume is nothing but how many people are searching for this specific keyword, right? So this sheet is telling that this particular keyword is being searched for 3189 times, right? Every single month. This is your monthly search volume, right? And then you also need to know what is your cost per revenue, what is your CPR. CPR is nothing but how many units you should be selling in order to get ranked for this specific keyword, right? Generally it is for a week duration. In 6 or 7 days, how many units are you supposed to sell, right, to get to on page 1 for this specific product, right? And then you also have something called as positional rank. Since you are comparing your product with other competitors, so positional rank will tell you how are you placed, right? This is your ranking for various keywords. Likewise, you also have something called as relative rank. Relative rank is nothing but how are you doing comparing to your competitors, right? For example, so this guy is ranked number 3 for this specific keyword, right? He is ranked number 3 among 6, right? Which is like 50%, right? So these are few important cells which you should be knowing. While we progress or proceed forward, I'll delete the ones which we don't require. We don't require any of them in this approach. So I'll just delete everything. So I just have my search volume and then I have my ASINs, right? Now here is the thing. So this is a concept, or this is the approach which was first illustrated by Mr. Brandon Young, and then later on so many people started speaking about this approach, right? The first and foremost thing, now we know that we have search volume. We also know that there are some 6 competitors here. Firstly, we need to look for relevancy score, right? Relevancy. If you are a Jungle Scout user, you know that this is something which tool automatically populates. But in this approach, using Helium 10, you need to calculate your or check your relevancy manually, right? Now what you're trying to understand here is, right, so for this keyword, now we know that on page 1, right, there are some 24 to 30 organic positions. Okay, we know that, right? 24 to 30 organic positions. Now what we are trying to do is, for this specific keyword, right, how many of these competitors are ranked under 24 or under 20 or under 30? Okay, so for our demonstration purposes, let's go with 24. I want to know for this specific keyword how many among these 6 competitors are ranked under 24. What it literally means is, if they are ranked under 24, they are on page 1. If they are on page 1, they are capturing this market, right? They are getting almost 3000 searches a month. In order to get to that relevancy score, you just need to do a COUNTIFs formula. COUNTIFs, you need to select the range and you need to just say, I want to know how many of them are under 24, right? You see, so this formula is telling us that while we check these 6 competitors, all these 6 people are under 24, right? Under 24 as in all of them are ranked on page 1. Since all of them are ranked on page 1, each of them are getting, or their visibility is high, right? They are getting almost 3189 searches every single month, right? Now I'll just apply this formula for rest of the keywords also. All that I need to do, I just need to double click here, right? Now this is the thing. Now we know there are 6 competitors and we also know how the 6 competitors are placed for various keywords, right? While there are, when you just apply this filter and see, there are few keywords where none of them are ranked. There are few keywords where only one of these 6 competitors is ranked. There are few keywords where only 2 of them are ranked. There are few where 3 of them are ranked. There are few where 4 of them are ranked. There are few keywords where 5 of them are ranked, and there are also a few keywords where all 6 are ranked. Alright, now for our discussions, I am not interested in ones, zeros, ones and twos. Okay, I want to make sure at least 3 of my competitors are ranked, right? So if I just do a 3 by 6, right, which is like at least 50% of my, approximately, right, 50% of my competitors, right? You don't really need to put this formula to get to there, we know that. So I want to make sure that at least 50% of my competitors are ranked. So I just apply this. I've selected 3s, 4s and 5s and 6. When I do that, right, I've got a list of 524 keywords. Now here is the thing, I'm going to use all these 524 keywords in my title, in my listing, in my bullets, in my backend search. My goal is to make sure that all these guys or all these keywords are there, right? But before doing that, let's complete this master keyword research process. So I will select these, and then I'll open a new spreadsheet, right, or new tab, right? So let's do the real operation now, right? We know that there are 6 competitors. Now we have their relevancy score, right, as in how are they placed for various keywords. Now let's do another interesting thing, right? Now we so initially we had how many keywords? Initially we had over 19,000 keywords. Now we filtered it down to 524 keywords, correct? Now let's do one thing. Let's see what is this total search volume. How much is the market for these 6 players, right? So in order to find that, so what I'm trying to search is all these 6 ASINs put together, right? How many customers are able to view all these 6 ASINs put together, right? Or what is the potential in this market, or what is the potential for these 6 players, right? In order to do that, I'll just take a sum of everything. Right, when I do that, I know that, these 6 people, since they are ranked for various pages and all, for various keywords on various organic positions, so I see that, they are attracting a search volume of about 7,26,000, which is not small, right, which is huge. There are 7,26,000 customers searching for this specific product in a month, right? Every single month, they have 7 lakh plus searches. Now if I really have to see how many searches is this market getting every single day, right, there are approximately 24,000 searches every single day for this specific product, which is really good. Right, so that is just for our understanding. Now we need to do a few more checks here, right? Now the next important thing is, right, so we have various ASINs here. Now I want to know, so let's get into specifics. So far it is very generic. We have been comparing all 6 competitors together. Now let's get into each ASIN. Firstly, starting with this ASIN, the first thing I want to know, for how many of these keywords is this guy ranked under 24, right? So in order to get to there, I'll say count is, right, I'll just select this and I'll say I want to know for how many of them he is ranked under 24, right? Right, so I'll also see total number of keywords, right? What is your total number of keywords? So, right, so they have 524 keywords, right? So in this market, for this, I mean, when I say market, these 6 players, they're ranked for 524 keywords. since they're ranked for 524 keywords, they're able to attract a search volume of 7 lakh plus, right, which is like some 24,000 plus searches every single month. Now what I want to know is, for how many keywords this guy is ranked under 24. In order to do that, I just applied a simple COUNTIF. When I do that, I see for 432 keywords he is ranked under 24, right? Then my next question is, since he is ranked for 432 keywords, how much search volume is he attracting every single month? In order to find that, I'll have to apply another formula which is called, just do a sum ifs, right? I'll lock them first, and then I'll do this, right? And I'll say, right, anything less than equal to ampersand and 24, right? So what this data is telling us is, since they are ranked for 432 keywords under 24, they are able to attract almost 6,53,000 searches every single month, which is really huge. I'll just do a simple apply. I just replicated the same thing for rest of the players. Now this is what we get to see. Now here is another interesting thing. You need to find out who is your alpha ASIN here, right? Your alpha ASIN is the one who is like doing really well. If somebody is doing really well, one, because they have got a better value proposition, better pricing, better value to customer, better images, better listing. More than everything, they are ranked for more keywords, right? That's the story. If you are ranked for more keywords, you will be visible to more customer. If you are visible to more customers, the chances of your product getting purchased is really high. Now we know that this guy, since he is ranked, I'll say keywords less than 24, right? What is its search volume, right? I hope you are able to understand this terminology here. So for how many keywords this guy is ranked under 24? Since he is ranked under 24, I'll color code it for ease of understanding, right? Since he is ranked under 24, he is able to attract a search volume of 6,53,864 every single month, which is pretty cool. Now we'll do a comparison, right? We want to know who is our alpha ASIN. Who is your alpha? Alpha is your killer. Okay. Now, okay, this guy, he has got 6,53,000 searches. What I'll do is, I'll just divide it by your total searches in this market, right? When I do this, right, so when I do this, you see here almost all of them. So this guy is ranked for 90% of your searches, right? This guy, so in this market you have got a total keyword search volume of 7,26,000. This guy has captured 90% of the market share. This guy has captured 75% of the market share. This guy has captured 63%. Likewise, this guy has captured 78, 87 and 97, right? So who is your alpha is in here? So this guy. Now why is he alpha? Because he is ranked, or I would say he is ranked for majority of the keywords, right? He is ranked for 474 keywords, and since he is ranked for majority of the keywords, we also see that he is dominating in the market. He's getting, his visibility levels are really high when we compare to rest of the competitors, right? Now this is what we have done for your top 24. Let's do one more thing. Let's do this for top 10 or top 16, right? So what I'll do is, I want to know once again, right, for how many keywords this particular ASIN is ranked under 16, right? Because why I'm saying 16 is, on mobile you'll be able to see only 16 listings or less than 16 listings. In order to do that, I'll once again do a count ifs, right? I'll select the range. I'm saying I want to know for how many of them he is ranked under 16, right? While there are 524 keywords, so this particular ASIN is ranked, I mean, this guy is ranked for 370 keywords, this guy is ranked for 300 keywords, ranked for 212 keywords under 16, ranked for 317 keywords under 16, likewise, right? Now once again we'll do the same thing. We want to know, since they're ranked uh, at various positions, so if this ASIN is ranked for 370 keywords under 16, what does it relate to in terms of search volume, right? How many searches is he attracting every single month? In order to do that, I'll once again apply some ifs, right? I'll lock this range, right? I'll select this again and I'll lock this range again. Right now this time I want anything less than equal to, and this time I'll say 16 instead of 24, right? So what this data is telling us is, since this particular seller is ranked for 370 keywords under 16 as in, so since he is there under 16, he is placed under 16 organic positions, right? So he is visible on page number 1, right? Since he is visible on page number 1, right, he is attracting a search volume of 6,19,169 searches every single month, right? Now here, as per this data, once again you see who is your alpha, right? So generally, when you find an alpha here, that guy will be an alpha here also, right? So let's do how many, let's do, instead of let's do a like to like or apple to apple comparison. Now let's see what percentage of the search volume is this guy capturing. So I'll just do this, I'll just press an F4 to lock it, and you see when I drag this, you once again see here, so this guy is ranked for the highest, right? He is ranked once again the highest, right? Now when you do this activity, right, you know that this guy is your alpha ASIN. Your alpha ASIN, as in, this is the one who is making the most amount of sale, right? Now why is he making the most amount of sale? Obviously because he is ranked for most amount of keywords, right? So how do you rank for most of your keywords? Making sure that you have your main keywords in your title, making sure you have an optimized listing, making sure that you are running your PPC campaigns, making sure that you are optimizing your campaigns regularly, right? Making sure that you are managing all this stuff well, right? Making sure that you have a good value proposition to sell or to offer to your customers, right? Now there are various perspectives here while we are doing your product research, or sorry, for your master keyword research. Now this data can also help you when you're doing your product research. Let's say if you are looking into a market where all your competitors are already ranked for majority of the keywords, right, then you need to really see, or you need to really assess whether there is some scope for you to differentiate and enter the market, right? Generally, if all your competitors are already ranked, and if there is no room for you to improve, then that is very much risky to enter this market. And you also need to see how many keywords do you have to rank, right? Here you have 524 keywords, which is good enough. However, the bad thing is that majority of your competitors are already ranked for most of your keywords. Now when you enter this market, unless you differentiate, you will not be able to make a living, right? If you are trying to sell a me too product, this is definitely a disaster, right? Not only in this market, you should never be selling a me too product when it comes to selling your own private label brand. If you do that, your vulnerability levels will be really high, because your competitor will come in, he will sell the exact same product at much lower price, and then eventually you will run into a price war. Right now, so getting back to our topic, right, we are speaking about the master keyword research. Right now, here are the keywords which are very very important to me, right, and I also know who is my alpha ASIN. Right, so here we see, in our example we just picked 6 ASINs, right, and those, among those 6 ASINs, 3 are of same brand. Right now, that is why you see this kind of percentage levels. Right, otherwise when you look at your data, right, you should be finding competitors who are ranked only for 25 or 30% of the keywords. Right, few could be ranked for 50%, few could be ranked for 75%. Now if somebody is not ranked for many keywords, that's an opportunity for you to attack them. Now, more than saying that, it is more about the value. If you are able to differentiate your product well, you can attack all 6 of them, you can kill all 6 of them. Right, so that is how it works. Now, the reason why I say this is the master keyword research is, now while we had 19,000 plus keywords at the beginning, we filtered that down to 524. Now what we are going to do is, I will sort this. Okay, I'll just make a list of these keywords. Right, I'll just make a list of here. Right, then what I'll do is, I'll just sort it. I will sort it from the largest to the lowest. Okay, now my goal here, right, I want to make sure all my high volume or highly searched keywords in my title, as many as possible. Right, because your title plays a very very crucial role. Right, you need to make sure your majority of your highly searched keywords are placed in your titles. Okay, and then comes your bullet points. When it comes to your bullet points, only your first 1,000 characters are optimized for SEO. When I say your first 1,000 characters, what you can actually do is, you can split your bullet points into 4. Okay, your first bullet point will have 250 characters, second one will have 250 characters, vice versa. Now the thing here is, you could keyword stuff your title, but when it comes to bullet points, do not keyword stuff. Tell your story. Right, you need to tell what is your brand. Right, how are you different. You need to present that story to your customers. Of course, your images are also a very good place. I mean, you can also message your customers through your images. Right, since your customers are not actually touching your product, feeling your product, your images should speak the brand theme or brand story and all. But you need to have a very good copywriting skills, so that you also explain what is your story through your bullet points. Now that's fine. While you explain your story to your customers, your story will be understood by your customers, at least assuming they would read all bullet points. But your story will not be understood by Amazon unless you optimize it. Right, while you explain your story to your customers using bullet points, it's also important that you have your keywords in your bullet points. Right, so how I sequence it is, I will see, try to fit in as many keywords as possible in my title, and in this chronological order, on this sequence, I will fit in the remaining keywords in my bullet points, and then eventually whatever keywords are left, I will throw it in my backend search. Right, so you need to do this part well before launching or before starting any of your PPC campaigns. Right, so this is all about your master keyword research process. We will also see, I'll save this sheet. Right, in our next video I'll see if I can frame title and bullet points for you. Right, so let's see if that works. But at this point in time, I hope you learned this process, you understood the master keyword research process, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm just trying to improve the quality of content and the quality of videos. right? So because I want to make sure that I provide quality stuff to you people, and no cross selling, nothing, right? The goal is to add value and keep adding as much value as possible, right? Because the only way to you remember or you learn and you grow is by sharing, right? So I get to work with a number of seven figure sellers every single day, and every day is a learning for me, right? And I'll try my best to provide you free content, and right, and just make best use of these videos, apply this, right? Be action takers, right? Don't just consume content, go and implement it, right? Okay, so just implement it, and just see if you are getting good sales, or if there is any improvement in your sales, right? So if you're liking this video, if you're finding this content interesting, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also, please, if possible, please share these videos to your friends, because this is all, I want to provide this content free of cost, right? So you could pay $1,000 or $500, or you could pay thousands of rupees in terms of fees and learn the exact same stuff. So make use of this free content, and for any questions, queries, feel free to post in the chat, and I'll respond at the earliest. Okay, so thank you all for joining in. So this is all we have for today. So have a great day, and we'll connect in our next session. Okay, thank you all, and thank you. Goodbye.